Kia ora, everybody. Sorry about the terrible lighting. I look so shiny right now. Not sorry, doesn't matter. I'm traveling at the moment, so it's just going to be random settings for these videos. Haven't uploaded anything in a while since, well, today, as of recording this video as well, because I'm actually recording 2 in one day, which I've never really done. But, yeah, I've just been traveling for a while and brewing on stuff, and haven't really felt called to... Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I made one other video, but didn't end up uploading it because I wasn't super happy with it. It was freaking long as well. Yeah, and that's kind of actually what I wanted to talk about was use of technology and your intention behind the use of it, and the fact that there can actually also be a positive use for it. This, for example, is one use that I'm feeling positive on using technology. I pretty much try to limit it as much as I can. I ideally don't really use it much at all except to serve utility purposes like Google Maps or music or podcasts or a camera, because God, phones are incredible cameras these days. The fact I can carry around a camera of that caliber in my pocket is insane. Yeah, incredible uses, getting this out there, talking to people. There are really researching things, all kinds of incredible things. You have the access to all information in the entire world on these devices. There's incredibly positive uses for devices and technology, but at the same time, it needs to be extremely limited and controlled. And most of these days it's not. Your average person, their screen time is 6 hours, roughly 6. It's actually like 5 hours, 40 something minutes or something like that. But it's about 6 hours. Most people that I know in my personal life, it's actually probably well above that, because their phone screen time will be between 4, 5, 6 hours, and then their TV time will be 2 or 3, and then their computer time will be 2, and so collectively over a whole day, I'm sure a lot of people are between like 8 to 12 hours, which is like a third to half of your awake time during a day spent staring at a screen, and that does so many negative things for your brain. I mean, that's just common knowledge, but that is also just straight up scientifically proven, undeniable fact that it is terrible for so many things, especially not only your eyes, but like the actual neuroscience of your brain, your circadian rhythm, which controls your sleep, so many different hormone regulations, your actual body sitting in that period, looking down, like craning your neck. Oh man, everything, so many things. It's associated with way increased chances of ADD and ADHD and various other neurological disorders. They say, one person that I read this from was an American neuroscientist called Dr. Daniel Amen, who has an incredible book called Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. And it's basically about doing things that you can do in your day-to-day life to actually change your brain, and especially like negate a lot of bad things chemically that we're putting in our brain. And one of those things is screen time. Anyway, he says that the absolute max that someone's screen time should be is 2 hours, he says, without it having like massive effect on the brain. He actually says to have basically no nil effect on the brain, it should be 30 minutes a day max. But like absolute max, if you can, obviously it's so hard to exist in today's day, especially if you're working in a standard job or what have you, especially if you're working on a computer, then you're just far out, man. Do what you can. Try limit the blue light especially as well. Like try use dimmer lights, have better lighting. If you have to work on a computer, make sure you're regularly looking outside at something far away to make sure your eyes are adjusting properly to different things and you're not just staring at one set distance in front of you. But anyway, yeah, so Dr. Daniel Amen says that 2 hours a day should be kind of the absolute max that we're going for. Which is completely achievable. 2 hours a day is still so much time. Like, so much time. That's still nearly 1/10 of your entire day spent looking at a screen. People think, 2 hours, that's nothing. Nah, bro, that's a lot. It's just in perspective to most people and to a lot. It's, not a lot. But in reality, 2 hours is still a lot of time. But yeah, there is also super positive uses for technology as well. And these platforms and whatnot, it just has to be severely controlled and limited, and we have to be aware of the fact of, if you just buy freaking muscle memory and whip out your phone, you just, next thing you know, you're scrolling. Are you even really there? Are you even actually paying attention to it? Or is it just basically an addiction in your brain going, oh, I need a few chemicals, let's get out this device that's gonna boop boop, chuck it in my brain. Is that helping you? Are you getting stuck in bed for hours and hours and hours doom scrolling when there's so much else out there that you really want to do? Is that helping you? Are you going on there for one thing, you'd be like, oh, I just need to go on there to do this, oh, it's a YouTube video, it's positive, and then you're getting stuck there for hours watching just crap, or even if you're not watching crap, if you're actually just staring at a screen for hours, even if it is beneficial, could you have been doing something else? Could you have been listening to that content without looking at it? Could you have been listening to, I don't even know, man, just doing without the screen, ideally. And I'm going to record this video and then get off the screen for the end of the day, because I just spent the last 20 minutes uploading the last video and writing a long post caption thing for it. And my brain's done on screens for the day, so it's quite late, as you can see, at night time. Yeah. So, can't even remember exactly what I wanted the particular message of this video to be. But, obviously, yeah, the conscious use of screens. And the fact that everyone, not everyone, obviously, but so many people, so many scientists in so many categories, so many health professionals, just everyone, man, knows don't use a frickin' screen all day. It turns your eyes square. You'll remember that saying, don't look at the TV too long, your eyes will turn square. Now everyone's looking at the TV too long, and now everyone's wearing fucking VR. Oh, sorry, I'm swearing. I've been trying not to do that in these videos, but there we go, it came out. Using fucking VR goggles and sitting this close to their screen all day, in the dark, probably. It's no good for us. Where are our parents telling us not to look at the TV too long? They're looking at the TV too long now. That's the issue. So everyone's doing it. So, yeah, maybe this is... that's one thing more I wanted to mention. Glad I thought about it, because it is directly related to this, in my opinion. Is that if our conscious use of these screens is consuming content and doing things that actually are then, benefiting us and helping us get off this and to not do this, then that is one way that we can help make this technology be beneficial for us. So me giving you this message now to get off your screen, if you don't want to be on it and if it's not benefiting you, that's what I'm telling you right now. Get off. After you watch this video, after you finish hearing my message, I'm telling you to get off. Get off. Go do something else that you want to do. Go read a book. Go do that project. Go wash those dishes. Go have a shower. Go work out. Go pray. Go stretch. Do anything, man. Just get off this freaking screen. Yeah, sorry. I just got so passionate. I completely blanked after getting that message out. That's right. Yeah. If you hearing me say this is beneficial, that is one example of how we can make the content that we consume on these devices be beneficial. So if what you're hearing is making you want to get out there and to do that, and is benefiting you more when you do, then that's a really good thing. And in these devices and platforms and whatnot, they're all tailored in a way to sell you stuff or to influence you with stuff to make you freaking use more and buy more and consume more, even more content. But if you can cheekily tailor the algorithm and your own content that you consume to be of benefit to you, then that really helps. And it's really hard, because to beat the algorithm, you got to beat the algorithm, and you got to play the algorithm and know how it works. And so if you're, what whatever you look at, it's going to give you more of that content. So you don't even have to double tap or like or actually click on any videos or anything. If you're just scrolling, right, and you stop on a video, you don't click it, you don't do anything. You think you're sitting there quietly watching this video, and surely if I don't click on it, it won't know that I've watched it. Nah, man, it knows that you've stopped. It knows that you've stopped scrolling. They're so well tailored and well defined. Go watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It shows like basically the in-depth kind of brainwashing, if you will, of these platforms. Spend billions of dollars in social, what do they call it, social engineering and like marketing and advertising of these companies to be able to tailor algorithms towards getting people basically stuck on screens longer and consuming more content because it earns more money and it gets you stuck doing it more. Anyway, if you can just follow only the pages you want that are giving you positive things, that are giving you beneficial things, that are giving you thoughts that you are wanting to think, that are giving you just good stuff, do that. If there's pages that are posting crap that you're like, oh, why am I seeing this? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Get rid of it. Stop interacting with it. The more you feed it, the more you're going to get it. Plain and simple. Man, people are so negative all over the internet. And it's like, bro, just don't feed into it. Just get rid of that. And if you can't go on the internet without it being a negative experience, don't go on the internet. Spend some time without and learn how not to. Boom. There we go. We all need a parent restricting our internet use. That's what I believe. We can't even be those parents for ourselves anymore. Yeah, and we need to be. Anywho, this talk has gone on a lot longer than I don't know how I used to think I'll be able to fit me ranting passionately about things in 5 minutes. No way can I fit them in 5 minutes. Yeah, conscious use of screens and tailoring our screen time use to lessen our screen time use and to get us out in the real world doing what we want more. That's this video summed up, basically. So, yeah, here's that message again. Get off this screen if you don't want to be on it. Well, even if you want to be on it and there's something else that you think would actually be benefiting you, go and do that, man. Ugh. Sucks when you get stuck doom scrolling for hours and you just feel crusty after it. We all know it. We all freaking do it occasionally anyway. I was unwell for a few days this week, and yeah, I got stuck in bed, which I hate. Well, not stuck in bed, but I just so hard to get up. I just still had to force myself a few times, like take the dog out and go toilet and whatnot, walk around, but just felt like crap. So yeah, you get stuck in bed way more. And the book that I was reading was really not that entertaining, so I ended up on my phone a bit more than I usually would. And even though it's still a minute, tiny amount compared to what I used to absolutely abuse my eyes on my phone and screens, I still just felt crustier because of it, and I ended up with a pounding headache because I wasn't drinking enough water because I was basically just in bed, and yeah, it's no fun. Anywho, get off that screen. I know it's such a conundrum coming from a screen, me telling you to get off a screen, but do it anyway. Ciao.